It hasn't even been a week since our new overlord has been inaugurated.
And we got the World Cup too. And you know, it's only because they rigged the election that I'll be your president. And I said, I won't be there. I won't be your president. But then they rigged the election.
And there's so much drama. I don't even have time to make all these videos. I don't have time to run my errands, do my laundry, cook, clean, self-care, gym, do my other job, and make all of these videos. Like, he just really knows how to whip up chaos, I swear. Alright, so today we're going to talk about the TikTok ban, or as I like to call it, look over here while I do something else nefarious over there. So this isn't just about TikTok, it's really about control. But before we continue on, smash that like button for me if you could, please. Please. It shows the algorithm. You've got great taste, and let's get right into it. Talk about the hypocrisy of the TikTok ban in the first place. So let's get one thing straight. The US government claims TikTok is a national security threat because China might be stealing your data. Okay, so does Facebook, so does Instagram, so does Snapchat, I think Snapchat does. They definitely do some really screwed up thing where if you disable it from telling anyone in your contacts list not to notify them of your account activities, they'll still do it. It happened to me. Twitter does it. The list goes on. But here in this country, the rules are all about for thee, but not for me. That's how it's always been like that. Learning the rules in this society as a kid was really confusing. It still is very confusing because it's all a contradiction. Anyway, I digress. The bigger question is, where did TikTok get the idea to take people's data? And by the way, they're taking your data because they want to make money off of you. Hello. So these social media networks, in order to make money, they collaborate, they make business negotiations with advertisers. So in this really complicated way, advertisers are pinpointing certain details of people that they're trying to target. If you are connected to what the marketer is inputting into the system to target, you're going to be targeted. China's doing the same thing. Facebook does it. They all do it. That's how people have been able to make money on the internet, and a lot of businesses as well.
So what's the big deal?
The internet can be used dangerously. Does anyone remember Cambridge Analytica? Facebook got caught using your memes and DMs, the direct messages, the private messages that you think that you send to your friends and no one's ever going to see them. Yeah, Facebook is seeing them. They use your memes and DMs to swing elections. So when they say TikTok's the problem, it's given the big, I'm only mad because I don't want to compete because I'm lazy and I don't want to adapt and I don't know, just lack the creative, innovative thought process to create a better service.
What the f*** are we doing?
So the government is laser focused on banning an app where people share funny videos, but wages haven't caught up with inflation since before Mario got a mustache.
Guess what you're sucking? My butt!
Climate change is literally frying the planet, and insurance companies are running legal scams. But sure, TikTok is the real enemy. Makes total sense, right? This isn't about solving problems. It's about distracting you. And if you think this is really about protecting your data, or about the so dangerous Chinese government, the CBP, they're going to attack us. I mean, they might. I feel like there's some people that are overly paranoid about that. But I feel like, honestly, the enemy is within than it is more so on the outside. I really think that they're trying to focus more on improving their own country while we dismantle ours. They're laughing at us, probably. Then let's talk about how this all began. Okay, so the Republican Party wanted to ban TikTok because they claimed it posed a national threat from the dreaded Chinese. So Democrats, in order to salvage whatever power and influence they have left, they felt like they needed to play ball with the Republicans and go through with banning TikTok. And then guess what happened? Then literally the day that TikTok was supposed to get banned, it's back. And when I go back on it, it says, oh, thank you, Team Trump. Thanks to President Trump, we are working together to get TikTok back, or something of the like. And the first post I see is a TikTok of something very like encouraging about Trump. It was literally a picture of President just like in support of him. And I don't even have an account on TikTok. I got rid of my accounts. So this is just popping up on the homepage as the first thing that you see. So the person who wanted to ban TikTok in the first place tricked the Democrats into banning TikTok, and so that he can look like the rock star and make negotiations to get TikTok back, because apparently the president can just do whatever he wants. If there's nobody there to check him, he can do whatever he wants, especially when he's got the judiciary system backing him up every time he commits a crime. Backing him up. It's ridiculous. Literally playing with people's lives, people's livelihoods, okay? It's just more than just like making a dance move on the internet, okay? Like, these are people's jobs. This is how they make money. This is how they sustain themselves and their family. This is how they pay their bills. Okay, so this is the reality of it, okay? Banning TikTok hurts small businesses more than anyone else. Creators and entrepreneurs use it to reach audiences without shelling out cash for ads. But if TikTok disappears, who wins? The monopolies that already dominate the internet. Without competition, innovation dies. Monopolies aren't good. Monopolies are very much not good.
Very unfair, very bad.
Too much power towards one person is just not, it could be good, could be bad. The risks are high and the probability is low. It's so painfully obvious what is going on. It's so painfully obvious what's going on. Government is this party. I'm going to call it a regime, the Republican regime. Because if you're going to start acting like a regime, you'll be called a regime, at least in my book. So the Republican regime is now trying really hard to infiltrate propaganda into these social media platforms. And I think what they're trying to do is get those people that are on their side into this forever loophole. But they're also trying to get children at a young age, or teenagers, or young people in their 20s, to be in this doom scroll of like Republican regime circle jerk propaganda filled with misinformation and lies, while they're stealing from you. They're stealing from all of us. They're going to isolate us from our allies while like sucking more money out of us, and they don't want to pay their taxes. They don't want to pay their fair share of taxes. And so these people then use these sock puppets like our president to tell you things that you want to hear in order to gain your support, whatever it is that you want to hear. If you're scared, right, they got the answer. If there's a problem, we got the solution. And you ask them, but what is it? What is the solution? You'll see. Trust me. I got you. And then they slap a tariff. And they ban TikTok. And then they bring it back. And right now, in reaction to all this ridiculousness, this political circus, okay, what's happened is people realize that TikTok has been ruined. Probably filled with bots too. They're deciding not to go back to TikTok. They're not even deciding to go back to Instagram or Facebook. People are deleting their accounts. Forget just leaving them inactive. They want to get back at these people, and so they're deleting the accounts. In retaliation to the government playing games with how we communicate with one another, there's a movement of people going to RedNote, which is literally an app owned by the CPP. It's literally owned by the Chinese government. And now the American people are communicating directly with the Chinese people, and they're sharing information with each other, sharing ideas and whatnot. Their hopes in radicalizing people to become more conservative or more towards the right, what they're doing is the opposite, because you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And that's a straight fact.